After about 10 hours of labor, Jessica was fully dilated and ready for delivery of Travion Jr. But according to the complaint, they say his shoulders got stuck in the vaginal canal.
Dr. St. Julian came in and she, in the process of trying to deliver this baby, pulled on the baby's head and neck so hard and manipulated them so hard that the bones in the baby's skull, face, and neck were broken.
After the couple discovered these videos the doctor posted, the family's attorney says they issued a cease and desist letter, and then Dr. Gates deleted the videos. But then what happened?
Well, they say Dr. Gates removed the videos, but that he then reposted them again.
Hey, it's your sister Ro, and all I need is a few minutes to talk about the story coming out of Georgia, tongue-tied. And when I first heard about the story, when I initially heard about the first incident that happened with the baby, and the second incident about Dr. Gates posting the autopsy of the baby, I thought they didn't look like the couple. You know, this is a young black couple. I believe the young lady was 20 at the time and her boyfriend was 21. So I say, surely this was probably somebody that didn't look like them. But to my shock, I mean, these were two black doctors. And, you know, a lot of places try to advocate, a lot of places on social media, a lot of people on social media try to advocate, you know, you need to go to your own people because it tends to probably work in your favor when you're with your own people. But that's not the case. It's not go with your own people. Just do your own research. Because with Dr. Julian, I guess maybe she was frustrated because the young lady she had already spent 10 hours in labor. And she wanted to go. Who knows why she did what she did? The fact that the baby's shoulder was stuck and you thought it was a smart thing to take the baby's head and just started pulling doesn't make any sense. And then pulling. She probably realized that she already did damage. That's why she asked for emergency C-section, and for them to discover that the part of the baby was in the stomach and the other part was in the lady's vagina. Doesn't make sense. And then Dr. Gates here, you know, I guess trying to make a name for himself, maybe trying to go viral, posting the autopsy of the baby on social media, and then for them to ask you to take it down, because of course this was already something that was so tragic. They asked you to take it down, you took it down, and then you posted it back up. A blatant disregard for people, for this couple, and for what they went through. I mean, anticipating, probably already got everything for this baby, anticipating for the arrival of their baby, and then this is what happens. So it's not that hey, okay, I'm only going to go with my people. No, it's not that. You do your own research. You speak to the doctor, whatever you're going to do, whatever you have to do. Speak to them, see how comfortable you feel. Go in the office, if they have an office, talk to the staff, or whatever it means. Maybe do your own research. You never just go by, oh, be the same color, I'm going to pick you. Not saying that this what this couple is doing, but most of the time that's what we usually do. Oh, that's a black person, I'm going to go with them. But now this is like a cautionary tale. You have to be very careful in choosing your medical provider, because they did this at the Southern Regional Medical Center Hospital. That's like a mouthful. And then they told when they saw that this happened, first they encouraged them to cremate the baby. They didn't report it to the medical examiner. The couple said they didn't even want them to touch the baby. So today this couple was awarded $2.25 million after suing Dr. Gates on the right. That's the guy on the right, which is of course not enough at all. But I'm wondering, why was it so low? Did he try to say that, he probably, because I'm sure when they suing you, you probably have to provide your, your financials? Did he provide all of his financials? I wonder why it was so low, because $2.25 million, that's not even enough. Yes, they do have another lawsuit that's against the doctor, Dr. Julian, right here on my left. So they're gonna sue her. I'm not sure if they suing the hospital too. I'm not sure. But today they were granted the $2.25 million. And after taxes and lawyer fees, that's not enough for that for the emotional distress, for the impact, the shock and the trauma that they're gonna go through uh, uh um after losing that child in this manner. This is ridiculous. This could even discourage you from even discourage them from even having kids any further. This is sick with these doctors. And I don't know if I think they still have their license. They're still practicing. This is ridiculous. This is so sick how they treated this young couple. This is a couple that they could have, held their hand in every step of the way. The Dr. Gates, he charged them $2,500 because they wanted to do their own autopsy. And for him to turn around and do this to them, posting it on social media, they actually take it down and you post it right back up because ain't nobody could tell you what to do. Really? You that frustrated? You come in. I heard a couple, they asked before all this happened, they was asking if they could just get a C-section. They didn't. They were denied, according to reports. And then at the last minute, when she already knew, so she then did damage to the particular people child. Who cares? Whatever. Then she gave the young lady C-section, only for them to lose their child. I mean, so it's not only people that don't look like you, that don't listen to you, but other black people that look just like you do the same also. And sometimes you may even find you get treated even harshly because you have this anticipation that, hey, that's my people. I'm going to get treated well. Everything is going to go well. It's going to be fine and dandy. But then sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. And this case did not work in this situation. It did. This was disgusting what they did. This was so tragic. This is very traumatic what they did to this young couple. And $2.25 million is not enough, but that's what the jury awarded. But this was ridiculous. This is sick. Anyway, um, that's all I have to say about this situation. So they have another lawsuit pending, and of course it is against the Dr. St. Julian, but I'm not sure if that's suing the hospital, because sometimes if the doctor is contracted with the hospital, they already signed papers to cover them. If the doctor do anything, we're not responsible. So there might be a way that, they can't sue the hospital, but they definitely gonna go after this lady for what she did, because it doesn't make any sense. Why would you think you pulling on a baby, this is a newborn baby, on the head and neck, that as fragile as those babies are, nothing is 100%. Everything, even when they come out, when you give birth to babies, everything is developing. Everything is developing. Is certain stuff that's developed, but it's still not. Remember, even there's an opening in their head that takes a while to close. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video.